Hello out there in YouTube land.
Welcome back to our channel.
So, we thought we would take you on a little trip.
Since there's been a lot of talk, and I mean a lot of talk, lately about what is and is not goth makeup, we thought we would take a trip down old memory lane.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, we're going to have to start with the music and how goth kind of became a subculture to begin with.
So, bear with us as we read because there's a lot of information in this little video.
There is a lot of info.
So, the first time goth is mentioned in terms of music was actually in terms of Jim Morrison in 1967, believe it or not. There's a critic named John Stickney, and he coined the term gothic rock in regards to a gig that he had attended by the Doors. And so, by using that statement, you could say Jim Morrison was the first goth of the modern age.
Yeah, I mean, that's
literally the first time that goth was used in terms of something beyond architecture.
Right, in terms of like gothic appearances, things like that.
Yeah.
So then we're kind of going to move into the Velvet Underground's All Tomorrow's Parties. And that was described as kind of a gothic rock masterpiece by the critic Kurt Loder.
Yeah. And people that may not remember this, back when MTV actually showed music videos.
Oh boy.
Kurt Loder was the guy who did MTV News all the time. So This is like way rollback.
Back in our day.
Yeah.
I kind of missed that.
I do too. So, that paved the way moving into the late 1970s when goth became an actual music genre. Bands like The Damned, Siouxsie Sioux and the Banshees, and the formation of the Bauhaus in 1978, the gothic subculture and music genre were firmly established from that point.
So that kind of brings us into, with these early kind of subculture beginnings, what did goth makeup look like back then, and how different is it from now?
So, we'll start with The Damned, who formed in 1976. You can see there's no color here. It's black around the eyes. Very vampire-like with that coat. Some early Lestat vibes.
Yeah.
The lead singer, Dave Varian, capitalized on his vampiric look. It was his kind of trademark. He just kind of exuded that sort of Bela Lugosi-esque but not vibe. Most of the time, the rest of the band played it totally straight, but not always. But I'm not exactly sure what that other band member was trying to be, if he was a zombie or what.
I'm not really sure if it was the early zombie makeup.
Yeah, green.
We won't really make any more assumptions there, but
So, no bright colors, all black around the eyes, either black lipstick or natural lipstick color. That's all that the Damned did.
that was about it. And then we kind of move into the goth queen, and that was Miss Siouxsie Sioux. Of Siouxsie Sioux and the Banshees. So she's essentially the godmother of goth music.
Or at least what we'll call the godmother of goth music.
And you kind of see the black and light gray on the eyes, kind of starting that shading that we're all familiar with. And then you get the black and gray again. And then we start seeing some of the heavy eyeliner. And then more black and gray. So she was kind of, that palette was her trademark.
Yeah.
So this is literally the only photo we could find of early goth, and it happens to be Siouxsie wearing some color in her eye makeup, and it looks like kind of a peacock blue with gray and black from what we can tell.
And, we actually scoured the internet. If anyone else has any photos of, early days of goth with, colorful eye makeup, definitely show us. But this was, the only photo we could find of any early goth performance where somebody part of the gothic subculture had color on their eyes besides just grays and blacks.
Because it was kind of the, nod to death.
And darkness. And,
right.
So that brings us into the Bauhaus, and you can see Black around the eyes here. Lead singer Peter Murphy, known for black eyeliner. And that shirt was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a little Lestat, Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, you can tell where the costume designers for Queen of the Damned got the idea for Lestat's look.
Definitely.
Totally.
Definitely. I still would have loved some of his clothing.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Actually, all the clothing in that movie.
Yeah. Well, that was, that was early Hot Topic when we couldn't afford the stuff in the store.
Yeah, that was early, and yeah, we couldn't afford it.
No, it was expensive.
I had to save up for that.
Yeah.
And that brings us kind of to The Cure. And we have kind of the heavy, again, black makeup around the eyes. More black and gray that you'll see, in this picture. And then the lead singer, Robert Smith, known for that black-eyed makeup look and red lips.
Yeah.
And that is just like the goth queen herself.
As you can see from this picture of the two of them together. So, from this you can see that early goth makeup was very different than the style today. Not much color, there's some fun contouring around the eyes, but definitely not any shaved brows, no unusual shapes.
No pastel goth ideas either, no all-white goth. That came along much later, where you kind of have that really white appearance with, the blacks and such, and still the grays. And back then, all white would have been kind of included in the new wave fans, or just pop.
Yeah, because, goths didn't wear white back then.
No, it was black and gray. And
so, comment down below if you think we've gotten too complex with goth makeup these days. We actually saw a photo of a girl that had on false eyelashes that actually touched her eyebrows.
Yeah, I mean, the eyes were beautiful, and then there were these false eyelashes that literally, went all the way up. That was a little worrisome.
I don't think I could handle that.
I don't think I could either.
Kill me and make me itch.
It made me itch looking at it. So, definitely tell us what you think. Has goth makeup become too complex? Has it become a little too watered down in other genres?
Yeah. So, we'll leave you. And with that, until next time.